Another day, another credit. Oh, hi there. I'm doing great. How about you? Glad to hear it. Yeah, life is... I've been trying to save up. I think we'll... See you around.
This is insane!
You made a big mistake. This should be fun.
Things are looking good on you!
Stop, in the name of the law! You're making things harder for yourself. Stop right there! UC security. We got a live one here. Stand down now or you will be neutralized.
Everyone will be in the library, just inside. If Barrett were here, he'd probably tell you that you're part of something bigger now.
We appear to have a visitor.
Welcome to Constellation. We have a lot to talk about. Would you care to tell us what happened to our friend? Why you're here and he isn't? Sarah Morgan, Chair of Constellation. That means anything you discussed with Barrett is my business. Now, if you would please answer my question. Excuse me? I think you might have us confused with some cutthroat bounty hunters guild. Vasco, verify Barrett's location and status.
Currently, assisting the miners on Vectera following a Crimson Fleet attack.
This is just typical. Barrett hands over our ship and our robot to some random employee of that discount mining outfit he uses.
Walter.
And if we hadn't insisted on installing those emergency protocols, I guarantee you this rock breaker here would be halfway to Neon.
But that didn't happen. He's here with the artifact.
Thank you, Matteo. Now, let's focus on what's in front of us, shall we? What happened when it was extracted? Did anyone see anything? Hear anything? We think it's anyone else who pulls one out of the rock for the first time. Why? We're not sure yet. So if you wouldn't mind adding another data point. We think it's anyone else who pulls one out. Why? So something did happen. Barrett mentioned a loss of consciousness last time he found an artifact.
Are you hearing this? Do you all believe me now?
Whether it happened or not wasn't in doubt. But honestly, Contre, you expect us to believe in fairy tales?
If this is the greatest mystery in the universe, why couldn't it be part of the ultimate mystery?
But gentlemen, can we please focus? Well, I think it's time for us to really.
Right. Let's see. We know the artifacts react to each other. The pieces we already have move when they're in close contact. Now, if we add this new one to the two we already have...
The artifact. If you could place it on the table here.
That's it. Just like the others.
And to imagine, we thought there were only 2 of them at first.
Oh my god, that's it. They're reacting. Look at how it's coming together. That energy that's arcing between them, no manufactured material in the settled... systems can do that. None of them. This proves that...
Easy, girl. Breathe. You have a heart attack.
She's not the only one. If they're coming together, that means there's a set.
Built by an intelligence outside the settled systems.
Still 2,000 credits for our little wager, Contre?
You're on, Walter.
Well, if we had all the answers, it wouldn't be exciting, now would it?
Not to take away from the moment, but what are we going to do about our new friend here?
So, are you ready to get to work? See if exploration is the life you want to lead in this little universe of ours? We're all here because we're committed to exploring space. Humanity may have settled the stars, but that doesn't mean we should stop diving into the unknown. Beyond that, you'll be expected to use your own judgment, just like the rest of us. You should take some time to get settled in. Introduce yourself to everyone. Some of our members aren't here. Come find me when you're ready. You and I are going to... And here. I think you've earned something for bringing the artifact to us. In addition to credits, why don't we set you up with a backpack with some boost capability? You'll need it out in the field anyway. Just mind your head.
It's been quieter around here ever since Vladimir went to live on the eye full-time.
I am at your service, Captain.
That was intense, wasn't it? I guess a lot. I'm Noelle. It's really nice to... Planning on sticking around then? I think we can find a spot for you. And along the... Right. So you've seen the library, obviously. Walter is quite proud of the collection. But Mateo has made more than a few contributions. Gardens are out the doors there, if you need a moment of quiet contemplation. Emphasis on the quiet part, at least usually. Let's head upstairs. Sebastian Banks, Constellation's founder, had this place built decades ago. It was a big to-do at the time, but most people in the city have forgotten we're here. Ever since I hope Barrett makes it back to us. I know he gets into trouble. Oh, stay safe, okay?
I hope you are satisfied with the quarters available to you.
So, are you ready to get... We're going to be doing some old-fashioned detective work. The artifacts are relatively inert once they're out of bedrock. That means people can pass them around, not even knowing what they are. I've been letting my contacts know to be on the lookout for strange metal objects. Get back a lot of noise, usually, but a tip from the UC Vanguard sounds promising. Felt the same way when I started, too. There's an electricity in the air when you know you're about to uncover something. But it's not just that. I want to take this opportunity to see how you handle yourself, and for you to learn more about us. I'm going to be sticking with you for this. We'll be traveling together until we either find an artifact or this lead runs dry. You mean besides the ship, the robot, and a place to stay all rent-free? We do have some funds we can disperse from time to time. Not to mention, I think we can get you a proper suit. We're explorers. We keep a lot of equipment on hand for that purpose. So the more you work with us, the more we can share what we have. We'll need to head to Mast. Check in with the Vanguard recruiting office where my contact works. And listen, whatever you were before, or whatever you do once you're out there, I don't care. So long as you don't bring UC security to our doorstep. Every member of Constellation is their own conscience. Understood? I mean, Constellation has a roster of members who haven't always been on the right side. We're risk takers. Some of us have seen... If you join us, it means you're committed to our mission. Good.
UC security! Stop right now!
Security, you're under arrest. I've got special orders. You're coming with me. Prepare for immediate transport to our vessel. I've been authorized to inform you that you are being transferred to the UC Vigilance. You'll find out more when you get there. Other than that, I'm not at liberty to divulge it. Have it your way.
I can't be a part of this.
My head!
Oh my God.
No way! I am not going to help you murder these people. I need you to... Members of Constellation are held to the highest regard.
UC security. I've got special order. Smart decision.
I'm telling you, the commander's got plans for this loser. Why else would he be going through all this trouble?
I still don't understand why he trusts a criminal. Seems like too much of a risk.
Stop worrying and keep an eye on our guest. I'll be right back.
You just sit tight. The commander wants to have a little chat.
The prisoner's ready, sir.
I hope you're comfortable. We have a lot to discuss. Well, we'll see about that. First, let me see what we're working with here. It appears you have a bit of a background as a homesteader. Good. Your self-sufficiency will certainly prove useful. I also see that you mined on Vectera, and now you're with Constellation. You've certainly been quite busy. Oh, and look at that. Right at the bottom of this list is the criminal incident that landed you in my crosshairs. I will, when I'm ready. Now that we have that out of the way, let me introduce myself. My name is Commander Kibwe Ikande, and I'm in charge of this operation for UC SysDev. Are you familiar with what we do? Yes, well, this is your only opportunity to keep yourself out of jail. So I suggest you change your attitude. UC SysDev is a division of the UC Navy. While they handle the big picture stuff, we deal with a very particular problem. The Crimson Fleet. That convict is where you enter the picture. Smart decision. We've been prodding at the Crimson Fleet for years, trying to take them down one ship at a time. But we barely scratched the surface. If we can get someone on the inside, we have a shot at finding a loose thread we can pull to bring it all down. It doesn't matter how I feel. I'm simply doing what's best for the security of the United Colonies. Look, I'm going to make this simple. Agree to work for UC SysDev, and together we take down the Crimson Fleet. Refuse, and I tell these guys to throw you into the nearest lockup. Might even tack on an extra few hundred credits to your fine. Well, first of all, we'll forget about the infraction that landed you on the Vigilance. Wipe the slate clean. Better still, depending on how well you do your job, we'll even kick in a few extra credits to offset any cost that the operation will incur. Or, you can throw all that away and end up back in jail with a hefty fine attached. Of course you have a choice. It's just stacked in my favor. So, what do you say? You going to work with me, or should I find someone else? You aren't leaving until I have an answer. Smart choice. I'm going to have one of my men escort you to the operations center. I strongly suggest that you don't give him any trouble. And don't bother trying to leave the ship. I think you'll find all access to the docking area is fully restricted.
All right, let's go.
So,
the hell
you
do
took
you
the op instead of serving the time. Gonna be the commander.
I really don't feel... Glad to haul whatever...
Infiltrating a bunch of
Good.
pirates.
I don't feel like
Got a lot of
talking to you
guts.
either.
Still, it makes you wonder. Especially with the stories that go around. Deals with informants by lashing them to the hull of the ship. And then slowly letting the air.
No way! I am not going to...
Why you drop something as useful as
Can't be a part of it.
Do you actually think you stand a chance against the entire system fleet? All ships, bring that pirate to justice.
Get out of line and I'll put you down. Clear? If you have any questions, save them for Commander Conde. All right. This is as far as I go. Take the lift up to Ops. Commander Conde should be waiting for you.
Yes. What? Excuse me.
Howdy. It's murder! You're on your own.
There you are. Excellent. Now that we've established your level of cooperation with us, I want to introduce you to your new home. This is the Operations Center of the UC Vigilance. SysDef's nerve center, dedicated to the destruction of the Crimson Fleet. Which is precisely why we're taking it. We need eyes and ears inside the Crimson Fleet. Someone who can feed. The catch is that you can't just knock on their front door and ask for an application. Then you're going to get yourself killed. Our intelligence has managed to find a possible opening into the Crimson Fleet through Saoirse Bode. She works for the Trade Authority in Sidonia, so you'll be using a container of Aurora we've loaded on your ship to get her attention. If you would kindly continue. You'd better hope so. Saoirse, once you bluff your way into the Crimson Fleet, that's where my second-in-command, Lieutenant Gillian Toft, comes into the picture. She looks eager to get going. Remember, I wouldn't expect any less. Look, before you begin, I want to make something perfectly clear. As an undercover operative for UC SysDef, you'll be expected to follow our code of conduct and ethics. Allow yourself to stray too far off the path, and you stand a good chance of spiraling out of control. I don't want promises. I'm just asking you to think. Anyway, it's time to hand you over to Lieutenant Toft. She'll brief you about the... Now, get out of here. That's easy to answer. We'll be monitoring your act. When you feel you've gathered enough, beyond that, good luck.
Hello. Hey.
I thought it was clear that Lieutenant Toft should be your next...
All right. We don't have a lot of time, so I need you to listen up. While you're working undercover, it's imperative that you gather as much evidence as possible. If you find any records that look suspicious or incriminating, you bring it to me. Is that understood? Well, you better. Commander Akande's entire operation is rest. I want data slates, computer downloads, handwritten notes. Hell, I'll take anything if it'll get those bastards thrown. You're damn right I do. That minor skirmish you had with them on Vectera was nothing compared to the death and destruction those pirates leave behind. If you've seen what I've seen, you'd understand why I'm pushing you so hard. Then you'll understand why it's so important that this operation is... Anyway, before I let you go, Commander Akande has authorized a credit disbursement for each piece of evidence that you return, as compensation for your efforts. Commander Akande came up with the idea. He was concerned you might not... All right. We've loaded a container of Aurora into your ship's cargo hold. We're also providing you with a sample you can use to tease the goods. We've cleared your ship for launch. Proceed to Sidonia. Make contact with Saoirse Bowden. And with any luck, she'll point you to the Crimson Fleet. That should do it. You're dismissed. Not really, no. I've learned to keep... Yeah. Maybe... No, it's not really an appropriate time to be going over my private life. There are much more important... Let's just stick to the job at hand and concentrate on the mission. But, maybe we can talk about it some other time, okay? We'll be keeping them close at hand until this operation is complete. If you're feeling particularly ruthless, you could always head down there and say hello. I'm sure they'll be thrilled. Don't worry, the container's been registered with UC Security, so you shouldn't have any trouble. Even if you're scanned. Of course, if we find out you tried to sell it to someone outside the boundaries of this particular operation, well, I don't think I need to tell you the consequences of making that mistake. I'll be here if you have any more questions.
Yes.
Hello. Sampled air. Just isn't the same as the real thing.
And we're done. Welcome to Mars.
You've really pissed me off. Piss off.
Heat leeches in the engine, leeches on the hull, multiple leeches in the grav drive.
Suppose that would explain the brownouts. So, what's this going to run?
There are no other surprises.
My buddy Mitch keeps asking if I can help him out with something.
What do you mean there's no work?
Look at this place. I can't imagine being cramped down here, choking on the fumes and the dust. No trees, no grass. It's depressing.
The Lex condos aren't anything special, but plenty of people call them home.
The governor is in.
If you're here to buy or sell, you might want to talk to Octai. I'm busy. Wouldn't be the first time I've heard that line. Oh, don't give me that look. I'm just having a laugh. What have you got for me? Aurora, huh? Nice. A little too hot to handle, though. What else you got?
The Trade Authority turning away contraband. Now I've seen everything.
All I'm going to point at is the ceiling, with my middle finger. Get that stuff out of here before UC security catches on. Of course, if there's a finder's fee you're offering, I might, well, bend the rules a little bit. You know, it's funny. Suddenly, I do remember someone who might be able to unload that stuff for you.
Well, well. It appears she suddenly remembers everything. How nice.
there's a buddy of mine who runs with the Crimson Fleet. Goes by the name Adler Kemp. If he isn't passed out, you can find him killing the rest of his brain cells at the Broken Spear. Oh, and it's been a pleasure doing business with you.
Get away from me.
Be advised to secure loose articles and find stable ground or remain seated in the event of unforeseen.
Just because the governor's office is right out there on the main road.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Mars is ripe with resources, which means there's always going to be plenty of work.
Unless you're here to serve me another drink, you can turn around and walk away. Hey, why don't you say that a little louder? I don't think every single UC guard in Sidonia heard you. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think we can help you with this. If you've got a whole shipment of this stuff, you're going to need to move it fast. But you're going to have to do something for us first. Yeah, sure. If the just cool your thrusters for a minute before you wreck...
Well, this is utterly ridiculous. Do we really have to jump through these hoops to get what we need from you?
Lady, if you want me to move that shipment for your pal... Now listen up, because I'm not going to repeat myself. I need you to deal with a miner who's racked up a bunch of debt. He probably spent it all on booze, not that I blame him. Either way, I want that money back. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hang on a second. No one said anything about killing. His name's Carl. Don't worry, you can't...
What?
Howdy.
It's not easy coordinating corporate efforts between the Star Yard and here.
Before you say...
This is murder! You're on your own! You killed that person in cold blood! Are you insane? I'm getting out of here! I can't be a part of this!
Boris is good people, but I prefer Joy's line of thinking.
Someday, I'm gonna take this business to the stars and turn it into something big.
Date? Something I can help you with? Hey, slow down. Adler, you said? Look, I'm tired. It's been a long day in the mines. I just want to go home, wash off the dust, and relax. This has been fun, though. Hey now. Take it easy there. Let me think about that person you mentioned. Adler, was it? Oh, wait. You mean that? I told him I'd pay up next week when Deimos cuts our next profit share check. I'll even bring it to him personally. Sound good? Yeah? Come on! Give me a break! What the... Look, I haven't got a single credit to spare right now. Okay? You can't squeeze blood from a stone. You know? Right?
Perhaps he's already been through enough.
What games? Why are you doing this to me? I don't have the money. No way! I'm already working my fingers to the bone! Well, I might be able to cash in a few of my Deimos shares. Please, tell Adler I'm sorry for trying to wiggle out of the debt. I didn't have much of a choice.
Hold indeed.
A friend offered me a nice cushy office job.
Have something for me? There, would you look at that? I knew. He going to be a problem anymore? Nice, nice. You're kind of a natural at this. Leaning on deadbeats comes easy to you. You know, if you like this kind of work, you think you can handle running with my, That's what I'm talking about. I like your style. All right. I'll call ahead and get a hold of Neva Mora. She's second to the big boss. Head out to Europa. You'll find her there. I suggest you listen to whatever she has to say. Oh, and I've taken care of that Aurora shipment for you too. Don't spend all that cash in one place.
guts to show up. So, big shot. I hear Adler thinks you're good enough to join our crew. You betting your life on that? Because the only way out of our organization is with a warhead up your grab drive. So, before I put you to work, I don't know if Adler mentioned it, and for his sake, I hope he hasn't. You're signing up with the Crimson Fleet. That's if you get through this little... There's a medical supply ship called the Ragana, jumping into Enceladus's orbit. On board that ship, you'll find a traitor named Austin Rake. I want him dead. It's done when Rake stops breathing. Head back here when you're finished.
So that's the notorious Nova Mora. I have to say, if she's the finest that the Crimson Fleet has to offer, joining them might be a terrible mistake.
Pilot of the... I do not understand. I do not have choice, do I? Okay, docking bays.
I am not sure what to make of you being here. If you wanted to kill us, you could have done that from your ship. If you wanted our cargo, we could have jettisoned it. I guess I should just stop talking and let you say your piece.
God damn it!
To take part in mass murder. Where to next?
Target practice. control, but it definitely went faster after you jumped into the fight. Now tell me about the Ragana. Good work, Rook. Quick, clean, and no witnesses. Anyway, you wanted into the Crimson Fleet? Hope this business with Rakes taught you something. Because I'm about to stick my... If you screw up, and I wind up looking like an asshole, you better stow that crap before you make... Now that you know the deal, it's time to see what you signed up for. I'm gonna upload the coordinates for our headquarters in the Crick system. Spacers call it the key, the fleet calls it home. Head out there as soon as you can. Don't keep me waiting long.
Well, we're in. I hope you know what you're doing.
to move on.
Commander Ikonde wants to see you. Follow me. I had a friend on the Regana. If I had my way, I'd space whoever killed him.
Hey.
Pardon? If we keep having casualties, it's gonna be tough to explain.
There you are. I want answers. We intercepted your exchange with the Ragana. What the hell possessed you to kill those innocent people? Wrong. It's a huge price. I want to take down the fleet as...
Commander Ikonde's right. When given a choice, you must always favor the high road. It's your duty.
Now I have to waste precious time smoothing this over with Mast. Make up excuses. Let me make this crystal clear. You do what you can to stay in the fleet. Do something like this again, and you're out. The Crimson Fleet is motivated purely by material wealth. Bloodshed is typical. I believe you're fully capable of avoiding the need to take a life. But if it jeopardizes the mission, we'll evaluate. Hearing and comprehending art. All this ugliness aside, were you at least able to... Yes, if nothing else, your actions, while reprehensible, will put to bed any suspicions they may. Let's focus on that and move forward.
Our intel on Saoirse was correct. After we received reports on your interaction with Adler Kemp, we picked up on your rendezvous with Neva Mora.
Our files indicate she's second in command, so getting on her good side will ensure you get into the Crimson Fleet. That's where you're wrong. You can believe in honor. You just need to do what you have to.
The Crimson Fleet has yet to leave us enough hard evidence to build a solid case against them. Be careful not to
So what's next for you on Nick? Strange. She must want to vet you some more. Still, it should only be a matter of time before they invite you to the key. That's like...
Delgado is the leader of the Crimson Fleet. I have a profile here with some information on his background. You'll want to know the individual cadences of every member of the fleet, but Delgado's most of all.
Agreed. The last thing we need is to infiltrate the fleet, only to be kicked out because we've underestimated one of their people.
I don't disagree, but it's important to know your enemy, and the best way to defeat them. In any case, now that you're with the fleet, we will shadow you eventually, but we'll need to maintain our distance for now. This will also give us time to bolster our defenses, should we need to engage with the fleet in the future.
Sir, on that note, shall we begin implementing the upgrade to our shields?
Immediately, Lieutenant. Notify the engineers and relay the information to the crew. I hope your entry into the fleet has overcome any doubts you may have had regarding your mission. It certainly increased my estimates on success. Keep up the good work. We'll expect further reports. Dismissed.
Heard the situation with the Regana women.
contraband. That's all we need. You're cleared for landing at Aquila City.
Good to be back on board.
The take was 10K, but it was 30. Big difference on 40% of 10 versus 30.
You wanted 4K, you got 4K. Not my problem.
If you're stealing from me, you bet your ass it's your problem.
You kidding me? Way to make a mess in front of my new rook.
Hey, steal from me and get caught? Better off dead.
Sounds like you did the fleet a favor. Now toss this body out of an airlock before it turns into a damn air freshener. The hell took you so long? Forget how to grav jump or something? Maybe for you. I'd rather shove a shotgun up my nose than remember the face of every low-life rook who passes through this station. But, all that aside, you made it. So now, you get to hear a nifty history lesson. Pencils ready? Good. This floating scrap heap you're standing on is called the Key. Used to be an old UC military star station, and now it's the fleet's base of operations. Might look a little beat up on the outside, but we keep it together. Hell yeah, it is. Just watch your back when you do. Cred sticks tend to
We'll be certain to keep a close watch on our belongings.
Anyway, I'll tell you all about the Key. But it's better if I show you too. Follow me.
History time. So, the key is in orbit around Suvorov. That's the very same ice ball where the United Colonies built a supermax prison they call the Lock. The UC is so clever. Supermax prison, lock, key. Cute, huh? Now, we've got everything the fleet needs right here. Of course, you've got to pay for it. Remember, on the key, credits are king. What the hell is this?
All right, hang on, Nav. Before you get pissed, I've got my hands full.
Jasmine, sweetie, I'm trying to give a tour here. So you want to tell me why those damn doors are sealed?
It's called a malfunction. You know, that thing I spend most of my day dealing with. Believe me, my people are on it.
I'm listening.
Have a little faith for once.
Ask whatever you'd like. My parents considered themselves to be enlightened. By the time I was old enough to start questioning these things, the idea... It's not that I don't want to. Having been out, I'm sorry if that disappoints you. Certainly. I always... Bye for now.
So anyway,
Can
we
I
were
help?
talking about the
Maybe
Lock.
another time.
About 100 years ago, the prisoners down there rioted and took over the place. After stealing some ships, they were actually able to make it up here and took over the key.
About time you brought us new blood, Neva. I was getting tired of trading with the same old faces.
You're just ticked everyone's getting wise to your ridiculous prices, Elutra. Anyway, welcome to the depot, Rook, where you'll be lucky if these blood-sucking leeches don't bleed you completely dry.
Whoa. It's not our fault that people don't appreciate how much it costs to get untraceable merchandise onto the key.
Neva's just whining because she thinks she lost a ton of cash selling us a shipment of gear. She should have done her homework. Yeah, sure, laugh it up. I'll remember that next time I need something from you cheapskates. Let's move on. Back to my story. After the liberated prisoners grabbed the key, they established it as a base of operations and began pirating the spaceways. That was how the Crimson Fleet began. Of course, Jasper Cricks had a lot to do with all that, but, we'll get to him later. Rook, meet Zuri, queen of the rare exports.
If I don't have it, you don't need it.
Neuroamps, blueprints. Hit her up and she'll take care of you.
Speaking of which, you still owe me for that last purchase, Neva. It's like 5 figures. Don't make me collect it the hard way.
The hard way? Oh no. Rook, protect me from Zuri's vengeance. Enough of the bullshit, Zuri. I'll pay you when I pay you. Deal with it. Got a problem with that? Take it up with the boss. On the right, you've got Bradley from the Trade Authority. I'm sure you know the deal there. He'll buy pretty much anything, no matter how hot. Okay, this is our final stop. Over there, you've got the last Nova, where Bog serves watered-down drinks at ridiculously exorbitant prices. And right here is the most important place on the entire station, the Reckoner's Core, run by the incomparable Shinya Voss.
Another new Rook, Neva? I can't believe Delgado still lets you recruit, given what happened with the last one.
You mean Austin Rape? It's been taken care of, all right? I don't like loose ends, and this rook is the one who tied it off.
Perhaps next time you'll try to be a bit more discerning regarding your choices. It's far more cost-effective.
Yeah, love you too, darling. Anyway, Shinya handles our lifeblood. The money. We call him our reckoner, but if you ask me, he's actually a pain in the ass.
And Neva will slit your throat if she thinks you'll bleed creds.
Go to hell, boss. Take care of our new friend here, or I'll find a way to pull the pin on that little party popper in your chest. Anyway, Shinya will get you set up in our system. I've got real work to do. Once you're done, head upstairs and I'll introduce you to the boss.
Time for a proper introduction. I am Shinya Voss, and since Neva so thoughtfully mentioned it, yes, this is a bomb embedded in my chest. And no, I'll never know the meaning of the word humble. In fact, I find Delgado's idea of a security measure to be quite empowering. Glad you approve. Obviously, betrayal isn't taken lightly, since I oversee the bulk of transactions and maintain all accounts for the fleet. I'm a prime target for information. Should our enemies capture me, or I grew any semblance of a moral conscience, you might consider me the greatest threat we have. For Delgado, the bomb grants peace of mind and a certain degree of safety. It's been over 5 years since I've stepped off the key. Leaving this place puts... Now, let me get you set up. Thanks to advanced modifications even Ryujin would envy, I can interface directly with our mainframe and the Galbank network. This allows me to move and clean credits faster and more efficiently than any run-of-the-mill cyber runner. There, you're done. All you need now is Delgado's blessing, and you'll be one of us. The perfect segue into my final subject. Thanks to our relations with contacts across the galaxy, we always have a steady stream of jobs available. I've granted you all the necessary permissions to access these listings at any time, using the computers that surround the core. Fine by me. There's plenty of others who do. You do less, you make less. Now, I believe that covers all I have. Take the elevator to the upper level. You should...
Alright, listen up. You can all stop complaining. Atrium to cargo bay doors have been repaired. Oh, and you're welcome, Nev.
Ah, there's our other new recruit.
I'm here? What's the matter with you?
Yeah. The fleet protects our own, but you turn against us, and you're dead.
So, now that we are all here, it's time to get down to business. The two of you are the only rooks that have made the latest cut. The rest, well, let's just say they won't be joining us ever again. Neva's willing to put her neck on the line and vouch for you, which means you've got what it takes to join the Crimson Fleet. You'd better not disappoint, or you'll find yourself answering to me, personally. All right, let's get started here. When you sign up with the Crimson Fleet, you're in it for the long haul. No one quits. No one retires. The only way out is death. You stay loyal or you pay the consequences. Fleet before friends. Fleet before family. Fleet before yourself.
Hey, If you've got a problem, I can decorate that wall behind you with your brains. Room could use a little color if you ask.
It's all right, neighbor. I admire this rook's backbone. Takes a lot of guts to crack jokes with the threat of death staring them in the face.
Can we get on with this? I want to get drunk at the last Nova.
I'm impressed. That is the first Since you two seem so eager to move forward, pack your cold weather gear, rooks. Where we are going?
Oh, God, don't tell me you're dragging him down to Suvarall for another one of your little initiation runs. 10 Johns to the surface, 12 dead rooks. You'd think by now you would have given up on that goddamn campfire story.
Crix's legacy is no story, neighbor. We've got fresh eyes in the fleet. And if these two want to impress, they're going to help me.
I hope you're right, Dale. That new code we grabbed for the lot cost us a ton of credits. And a decent captain.
This initiation, as Neva calls it, is your chance. Crix led the riots that gave birth to the Crimson Fleet. And if his legacy is still out there, we're going to be the ones to find it. Of course. Where else could I find such a... What? Were you expect... Make no mistake. And neighbor? Through a bit of luck and a hat, this will be the first time someone from the Crimson Fleet has set foot in there for... It has been frustrating, being this close to potential clues, but not being able to find a way through those prison walls. Before Crix left the fleet, he left a message talking about a major score. One that would set up the fleet to be a big player in the settled systems. Somewhere down the line, they started calling it Crix's legacy. And everyone who's tried to find it has wound up empty-handed. If we're gonna beat those odds, we'll first need a lead. And I would wager we were...
Dale's leaving out the best part. That this whole search is based on a handful of words on a very old slate. Crix left a lot of big talk on that recording. And not a lot of facts.
When we get our hands on Crix's legacy, the fleet will be operating at a completely different level. We will become more than a match for UC Sistef. Exactly. Now you... Okay, enough discuss. To that end, the next stop is the lock. I've had Jazz feed the coordinate. Since Mathis doesn't have a ship, he's going to ride with me. I'll see you down there, Rook.
Sharks are too scared to take the key. Because it ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun.
Get lost. I'm trying to get ready for the job. You should do the same.
Need something? Smuggling beats a real job.
About time you got here.
I told you you were wasting your time, Del.
I hate surprises. Just do what I say. And Mathis, I am running things around here, so keep... All right, listen up, because I am only going to go through this once. We are here to dig up any info about Grix's legacy. We are not here to scrap for loot. Whatever you pick up, don't think, don't get creative, bring it straight to me. If that was supposed to be a joke, I am not.
Don't worry about
All right, that's enough. If either of you want to fly with the Crimson Fleet, when you're on a job, if that doesn't work for you, just say so, and I will leave you on the...
Yeah. Smartest thing you've said all day.
If I hear one more thing from either of you about getting paid for this job, Oh, and there's... Your little friend can tag along until we get to the outer doors of the prison, but I will be damned if I'm letting them inside.
Oh, very nice. I'll just remain here and soak in the planet's lovely winter-like atmosphere until I go hypothermic.
We have a lot of ground to cover between the landing area and the lock, so let's get moving. here we are. The place where Jasper Griggs laid the groundwork for finding the Legacy, and eventually, the Crimson Fleet. The Lock.
Yeah, he needs to get this thing open, like, right now. It's freezing out here.
Then crank up your suit heat, Mathis, because it's All right, let's keep moving. This ID card cost a small fortune. Let's hope it pays off. We are in. Let's go.
Always looking for the next mob.
First time I have been inside this part of the... So keep your eyes open. See anything unusual, call it out. If it's hostile, take it down. Couldn't be simple.
How many people did the UC stick down here, Dal?
A couple of hundred at least. Might not look like much, but it was better than trying to survive on the surface.
Much better. Even with the heating on, this place is
Now you know why the prisoners got fed up and built the bricks to leave them out of here. nest. I bet these...
Yeah, and their buddies probably. If we weren't on this job with Delgado, I'd drop you for saying that.
Enough already! I should have known better than to bring both of you at the same time. Now let's see. Looks like we are inside some sort of prisoner transfer area, but everything is locked down tight. Since you are such good friends, why don't you and Mathis head up to that control room and see if you can get some more of these doors open?
Can you hear me? Del! Shit. There's no way we're getting through here. Well, this is just great. The hell are we supposed to do now? The plan? Who gives a shit about the plan? Let's face it, we're on our own now. Well, yeah, we'll get to that eventually. For right now, I have a much better idea. We use this opportunity to take out Delgado, and at the same time, make some serious credits for ourselves. Whoa, hang on. Let's pretend for a second Delgado's correct, and there's information here about Crix's legacy. Once we get rid of him, we'll dig up the garbage ourselves and sell whatever we find to Neva. We'll be rolling in credits. Are you crazy? I'm no rat for Delgado. I'm busting the ass to become one of the Crimson Fleet captains, just like you. And in case you missed it, that icefall trapped both of us in here. Unless... Playing it safe, huh? But you better have me back when I'm... Now, let's find a... I guess that's one way through.
Intercom up there if you can. Anyone still alive
While we're
up
picking
there?
through the trash,
Can either
we
of
might
you
as well
hear
grab
me?
some good stuff for ourselves.
Damn it. Is anyone there? Waiting to hear back. Answer if you can. Crap. Is this thing even on? Quit screwing around and pick up.
If we get out of here, remind me to thank Delgado for hanging us out to dry.
Hello? Come on, we need these doors. The two of you made it, huh? Well, brush the dust. We have obviously been first. I want you to keep... And second, try and dig up... No, there's no time for that. The things... And tell Mathis not to get any...
mode has been rescinded.
Aliens live in this kind of cold. That's bullshit. Looks like there's a guard tower overlooking the cell block. We should check it out. They aren't paying attention to this scrappy. So have you thought about what I've said? Well, Maybe we won't have to. You saw it back there. Those things, whatever they were, they've probably... And if they haven't, we can still handle the job. We just have to get our hand... You've got a point. All right, I'll follow your lead. So, now that we've made it to the guard's house... Keep doing what we've been doing. I suppose we... If he stashed any useful information... Cell D03118. Okay. It's a place to start, I guess.
second shot at this. If we play our cards right, this gets us one step closer to that fortune that went down with the legacy. You report any of this to the guards. Well, you know what'll happen.
Was this an armory? Looks like they cleared this place out. Well, well, what do we have here? Give me a sec. This ought to come in handy. Looks like this was the warden's office. They built the office right next to the shuttle gate for...
Finally, I was